Hello students, welcome to a lesson through the virtual training center of the Brihan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika. My name is Shraddha teacher, and in this lockdown period, since we are not able to go to school, children, we will be doing many lessons here online through the virtual class. So come on, let's proceed to our lesson for today. Our lesson for today, children, is a lesson in Standard 3rd, and the subject is Environmental Studies or EVS. So from this beautiful picture that you can see here, you can see a tree, you can see beautiful flowers, you can see grass, isn't it? You can see a lot of greenery. You can also see some animals. Now, there are certain things that we get from nature which are for free, but they are very, very important for our lives. Okay, so now from this picture, you will be able to understand that we get something which is of use not only for us but also for these trees and for these animals and for these plants. So, what is that thing? We are going to talk about air today. Okay, and we will talk about our need for air. Now, children, if you remember, in the previous lessons, I must say, we learned around 3 lessons about water. We learned about the need for water that we have in our life. We learned about from where we get water. And also, in one particular lesson, we learned about properties of water. So, let us continue in the same line and let us learn about air today. So in this lesson, we will be learning about air. That is, we will know about properties of air. That is, how does air look like, whether air has a smell, whether air has any color. We will also look at how air is very, very useful for us. And we will also see whether this air is useful only for us human beings or it is useful for animals as well. So that is going to be a very interesting lesson, children. So now pay attention to me and look at what I'm saying. And also, if you can, you should open your standard 3rd EVS book and come to page number 65. So here you will be able to get a lot of idea about what I'm teaching and what is the next point that I'm going to teach, etc. Okay. So let us start this interesting lesson with an interesting activity. That is, let us try to solve a riddle. Now, what is a riddle, children? A riddle is just a fun question where you are given certain clues about certain thing. You have to look at the clues, you have to read the clues, or you have to listen to the clues, and you're supposed to try and guess what that thing could be. Okay, so come on, let us try and see what our clue for today is, and let us try and see whether we can guess what we are talking about. So this is our riddle for today, the first riddle for today. There's something there, it is to be found up and down and all around. You can't touch it, you can't see it, but sure as sure you can name it. So there is something, okay, there is something there. It is there, you know, and it is all around you. It is up also, it is down also, and it is all around you. But you can't touch it and you can't see it also. But it is there and you know its name. So come on. Do you have any idea about what this is? So come on, keep guessing. So what is this? What am I or who am I? Let's move on to the next riddle before we arrive at the answer. So the next riddle that I found for you is die without me, never thank me, walk right through me, never feel me, always watching, never seen. Means you will die without me. And you never say thank you to air. Do you ever say thank you to air? And you can walk through the air. Okay, you can feel the air and you can walk through it. And you can always know that air is all around you and it is watching you. But you will never be able to see this air. See? But you will be able to feel. If you don't get air to breathe, how do you feel? You feel breathless, isn't it? You're not able to breathe at all. Look at the SpongeBob here. He's not able to breathe, isn't it? So, who is it or who am I? What is this next riddle about? And what was the first riddle about? All these riddles, children, were about air. So, what can you see? Can you see air over here? You can see the grass moving, isn't it? And you know that the grass is moving because of the air. But unfortunately, you cannot see the air here. But imagine you are standing there in the middle of this grass. You will feel so nice, isn't it? The air flowing on your face. You will feel so fresh. You will feel so nice. You will not feel like coming back home from there, isn't it? So, air is something which you can feel, but you cannot see. Okay, so we were talking about air when we saw those two riddles. Now let's talk about air a little bit more. So see, what is this rabbit doing? What is he doing? He's very happy. So he's having a balloon and he is blowing the balloon and he's letting the balloon go. So what has he done when he blew the balloon? See, look carefully again. The balloon was small first, isn't it? And then as he started blowing it up, the balloon started becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. So what was happening exactly with the balloon? What was happening there? Nothing else but we were filling the balloon with air. So when you blow into a balloon, when you blow into an air pillow, you see that the balloon or the air pillow blows up. Okay? And why does it blow up? Because the air goes inside it. We fill it with air. All right? So air is all around us. See? He can feel the air, isn't it? He cannot see it, but he can feel the air. Air is all around you and at all times. Okay? Whatever the time of the day is, whether it is a day, whether it is a night, air is all around you. And you can keep feeling it. Alright? But you cannot see it. Now see, the Earth's atmosphere is also made up of air. So what is the atmosphere, children? See, this is the earth in the center. That we know. This is the earth, the planet on which we live. Okay. Now there is this blanket of air around the earth. So you know what a blanket is? When we go to sleep, we cover ourselves with a blanket. So the air or the earth also is covered with a blanket of air, and this particular blanket is called as atmosphere. What is it called? It is called as atmosphere. Okay, so there is this you can say a layer of air around the earth which is called as atmosphere. That means earth, there is air everywhere on earth. Wherever you go on earth, you will be able to find air. Now let us talk a little bit about the properties or the qualities of air. Now if you have seen my earlier videos, you know what the meaning of properties is. So properties means certain qualities which air can have. Okay, so now this is a boy filling air into a balloon. So let us try and see what all properties or what all qualities this particular air has. So let's start and see. We cannot see air, but it is all around us. We cannot see it. Can you see air? Just try looking around you and see whether you are able to see air. You will be able to feel it, but you will not be able to see it. So this is one property of air, that we cannot see the air. Okay, but we can feel the air. See, now this boy was standing with some book on papers in his hand. Suddenly there was a gust of air, or we can see wind, which came. Okay, air is also called as wind when it travels at a faster speed. So here this boy was standing with a book, and suddenly there was one fast gust of air which came, or air came in great speed, and see, the book flew away from his hand. So did he see the air coming? Not at all, but he felt the air because the air pulled the book away from his hand and threw it away from him. Alright, so we cannot see the air even though it is all around us, but we can definitely feel this particular air. See, have you experienced this kind of a feeling? When you go and stand on the terrace of a very tall building, or when you go to the seashore, when you go to the beach and there is a strong wind flowing. Now, boys might not have experienced this because boys do not have long hair usually, isn't it? But all the girls must have seen this happening. You must have seen, the boys must have seen their sisters and their mothers with their hair flying in the air like this. All right. So remember, children, that even though we cannot see air, we can definitely feel air. Okay. And the next thing is, air has got no smell, air has got no color, and air has got no taste. Now remember where we learnt about these three characteristics or properties or qualities? Yes, we learnt about this when we were talking about water. I told you that water which is pure does not have any smell, it does not have any color, and it does not have any taste. So will it be easy for you to remember now about air? Just like water, air also does not have any smell, it does not have any color, and it does not have any taste. Okay, now let us look at them in detail. So see this, the ceiling fan, the table fan, it's going round and round, it's rotating, that means it's creating air, it is pushing air towards you. Have you ever stood in front of a table fan like this? So you feel so cool, isn't it? And you can feel the air coming out of the table fan. Can you see? But you will see that you cannot see the air because the air doesn't have any color. All right. So air has got no color. This is one of the properties, or you can say characteristics or qualities of air, that air has got no color. Air does not have any smell also. Now, sometimes when you go through a park or a garden, that time you feel that the air smells beautiful because of the fragrance of the flowers there. So remember, it is not the smell of the air, but it is the smell of the flowers which have got mixed up in the air. In the similar manner, when you are passing a garbage bin, or you call it as a kachra ka kunda, you tend to catch hold of your nose, isn't it? Because it smells horrible. When you pass through a place where there is a very big dustbin, it smells very bad, and you have to hold your nose and you say, oh my god, the air smells so bad. But is it the air which is smelling bad? Not at all, because the air has no smell. Then what is the bad smell? It is the smell of the dirt, of the garbage which has got mixed up in this air. So air has got no smell. Okay? But like I just told you, see here, if you spray perfume in the air, the smell of the perfume gets mixed up with the air. Alright? So that is why the air smells good. When you're supposed to have guests coming home, what does your mother do? Your mother sprays air fresheners in the house so that the air in your house smells good. Okay. Now the next thing is, air has got no taste at all. Okay. So when air enters your mouth, you will not feel anything. You will not feel good about it. You will not feel bad about it. Let us try and understand this better. So let us look at this thing. What is it? It is sugar. So when you eat sugar, what do you feel? Wow, you feel nice, isn't it? Most of us, we enjoy eating sweets. Okay, so whenever you get to eat sugar, you're very happy. But let us look at something else here now. What is this? Have you ever seen this? Has your mummy made this at home? Whenever your mummy brings this from the market, you always say, Arey, why did you bring this? I do not like it at all. Why? Because it is Bitter. Alright, sometimes your mummy tells you, no, this is good for your health, you should eat it. But then you say, I don't want it because it is bitter. So, some things are sweet, some things are bitter. Now try opening your mouth and tasting air. Can you try doing this? Open your mouth wide and try to gulp some air. Try to swallow some air. And then try and tell me what the taste is. It will be tasteless. There will be no taste at all to this air. So that means that air does not have any kind of smell. We cannot see it. It does not have any kind of color, and it does not have any kind of taste. Okay. So now let us try and see whether we understood what we studied about in this lesson. So dash is everywhere. What do you think? What is everywhere? Is it water or is it air? Come on, think and write the answer and then check the answer with that in your textbook. Okay? Let us look at another riddle now where we will be able to understand all the properties of air. So what is it? It has no smell, it has no taste, but when the wind blows, you feel it on your face. So see here, there are so many properties of air in this particular riddle, isn't it? It has no smell, it has no taste, but when the wind blows, you can feel it on your face. What is it? Yes, of course, it is air. Alright, so if you were able to answer these questions correctly, very nice. You have understood what air is and what are some properties of air. Okay, now children, slowly and slowly we are growing up, isn't it? From the second standard, we have come to the third standard now. So a little bit now we will have to learn bigger words and we will have to try and understand what the meaning of some bigger words are. So let us try and see some big words here now. So let me read it for you and let me say it for you so that you understand what the word is and you know how to say it properly. So see, the word is inhalation. I-N-H-A-L-A-T-I-O-N. Inhalation. So what is this word, Baba? What is inhalation? It is a very big word, isn't it? And it is a new term for us. So in the textbook, if you refer, you will see a box where these new terms are given. So what is inhalation, children? Don't worry, I will tell you very soon what inhalation means. There is one more new term in our textbook, and that is exhalation. Oh my God, this is a bigger word. Exhalation. So what is it? Let us read the spelling. E-X-H-A-L-A-T-I-O-N. Exhalation. So inhalation is one word, exhalation is one word. So in and ex. The remaining word is the same, halation. Okay, and then there is one more word. Okay, this is not the this is the third new term for you in this lesson, and that is respiration. So you have three new terms in this particular lesson that we are going to look at now. Let us try and understand what these three terms mean. So what are the three terms once again? Inhalation, exhalation, and respiration. So let us start with the first one. So see, what is this? This is someone's nose, isn't it? Try and look at the figure. Try and look at the image and try to understand what it is. This is someone's nose. And what is happening here? That person is drawing in air through his nose. Okay. Now I want all of you to do this. So you should pause this video and you should inhale. Inhale means what? Take a deep breath and pull air into your nose. Come on, do it. Yes. Till I count to 3, you will inhale. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. So have you inhaled? So what did you do? You breathed in air through your nose, isn't it? So what is inhalation? Breathing in air through the nose is called as inhalation. Okay, so when you say in, it means breathing in, taking air in. Through where? Through your nose. So that is inhalation. Let us move on and let us see what this man is doing now. So he has inhaled first. Okay, he has breathed in. After breathing in, see the arrows coming down outside his nose. So after breathing in, what did he do? He is breathing out. All right, he's breathing in. That is called inhalation. We studied it in the previous image. And then he's breathing out. Remember, children, you can breathe out only when you breathe in. When air goes inside, only after that you can throw this air outside. So taking in the air through your nose was called inhalation, and exhalation means breathing out air through your nose. So when you breathe out through your nose, it is called as exhalation. So come on, let us do some practice for exhalation also here. So when I say 1, 2, you will inhale, and when I say 2, 1, you will exhale. Okay, so can we start our exercise of inhalation and exhalation now? Okay, start. 1, 2, 2, 1. 1, 2, 2, 1. Okay, so you inhaled and you exhaled. When you inhaled, you took in the air, and when you exhaled, you breathed out the air. All right, now these two together, these two do not happen separately. Okay, children, inhalation separate, exhalation separate, it does not happen like that. It happens together. It is a process which happens together. So what it is called when it happens together? See, air is going in, air is coming out, air is going in, air is coming out. So which is this picture? What can you see in the picture? You can see your chest. All right, so this is your chest and this is your rib cage. So you can put your hand on your chest. Now we will do one more small exercise here. Put your hand on your chest and breathe in. You will feel your hand coming up because the air has filled your chest. So come on, breathe in. Inhale, do some inhalation. You will see that your hand has risen. And now breathe out, throw the air out, exhale, do some exhalation. You will see that your hand has gone down again, isn't it? So this is called as inhalation and exhalation together. Now we will not call it as inhalation, exhalation together, but there is a name for it, and that is respiration. So are we clear with the idea now? Inhalation means breathing in air. Exhalation means breathing out the air. And respiration means breathing in and breathing out. So the process of breathing in and breathing out is called as respiration. So these were the new terms that you had. So are you now sure that you have understood what the new terms are? So we had these three new terms. So are you now clear as to what these three terms are? Inhalation, exhalation and respiration. So children, this lesson is not a very long one actually, but there are so many things that I want to show you in this lesson that I decided that we will not end it here, but I will come back with a very beautiful video about the second part of the lesson, in which we will do some experiments and we will also see how animals breathe, how human beings breathe. Okay, so that will be later. So in today's lesson, what did we see, children? We talked about air and we talked about some properties of air or some characteristics of air or some qualities of air, isn't it? And we also talked about these three new terms in our textbook, that is inhalation, exhalation and respiration. So wait now till I come out with the next video in which we will learn about the remaining part of this particular lesson. So children, wasn't that a wonderful video? And did you enjoy watching it? So if you want to watch more such videos in future, then please like this video and also subscribe to our channel, the MCGM Portal for Education, and also hit the bell button so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video here. Thank you so much for now. Let's meet again soon.